What's up YouTube, NASCAR Day Ford here, and I've had a couple of requests to do an update video on this 2007 Kia Rio. This is my daily driver. I also have the 2014 F-150 if you looked at my videos. And somebody was asking me to do an update video if I still had it and all that good stuff, and I do. I've had it for 5 years now. It was 5 years in May. And honestly, this car right here has been the best money I've ever spent as far as like what it is. If you buy a Rio to win races or anything like that, you bought it for the wrong reason. This car is built to get you to point A to point B with extremely good fuel economy. It averages low to mid to high 30s. It depends on the time of the year and whether you run with air conditioner or not. Right now in the summer, I have been getting around 35 to 36 on the highway, which is actually really good. Over the years, I've had one issue with it, and it was a engine code. It never threw the check engine light, but it would you would start it up and you would drive say 5 minutes or so, the car would randomly stall, and when it stalled you just cut it off, start it back up, and it'd run fine for the rest of the day. And it would do that every once in a while, and I had the code reader one time it did it, and it threw a soft code for crankshaft position sensor signal intermittent. And so I ordered I think it was $20 or $30 off eBay, crankshaft position sensor from Mobis, which is Kia owns the company Mobis. That's their parts supplier. I put it on, took me 10 minutes, and that's really the only issue I've had out of this car. I had Michelin tires on it before this set, and I'm a Michelin guy, but those Michelin tires were absolutely horrible on this thing. I don't know what the deal was. I had vibration everywhere, front, rear, steering wheel, and everything. I've had them balanced like so many times. So I thought I had a bent rim, so I ordered these rims off TireRack.com, and they're actually sport tuning. They're kind of cheapos, but I think they look pretty good on it. Honestly, it goes with the black and the silver. But those Michelin tires eventually just wore out completely, and I was so disappointed in them, so I ordered a set of Generals, and these Generals are smooth as glass. Makes me love this car even more. But I average anywhere between 32 to 40 miles per gallon. It depends on the type of the year. Right now in the summer it's really hot and the air conditioner stays on wide open, so I average around 35 right now. In the winter time, it goes down to 32 to 35. It all depends on how you drive it. But anyway, I thought I would take you on a walk around on it and show you how it's holding up over these past few years of ownership. I don't take care of it like I should as far as like cleaning it. It's not detailed, it's just clean. And I figured now is a good time to actually do a walk around on it, since I'm at a milestone. I'm at 120,000 miles on it, so it's due for a timing belt. That's another thing. If you buy a Kia Rio, if you buy it after 60,000 miles, make sure there's been a timing belt put on it, because these are interference engines, and when it breaks the timing belt, it destroys the engine, so the car is pretty much worthless after that. But for what I paid for it, for what I use it for, and as much abuse as it takes on a daily basis, this car has been absolutely great. I would buy another one tomorrow. If this thing blew up, I'd look for another. I'd probably get an 08 or an 09 or even a 10, because they added the iPod USB integration into the radio, which mine does not have. It's just an AM FM CD player. But we'll go over that when we get on the inside. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this walk around review. Alright, walking around front, there's not much going on up front. That hood deflector, or what, bug guard, whatever you want to call it, it's been on there since I bought it. I had to put something on the front of it. I look kind of naked up front, but everything seems to be holding up. If you look, you probably can't see, there's dirt that just builds up behind the deflector, so if when you're cleaning it, you need to clean it, which I apparently missed that. That 99 tag is off the my old F-150, and when Carl Edwards went to the 19, I just got a Ford racing tag and I put the 99 on this one because I thought the black tag would go with it. The headlights, they're starting to kind of haze up a little bit. I did a headlight treatment on them, and it did okay, but I think it's still, I'm just going to order some new headlights for it eventually. If you can see the black plastic all the way down the front, I put some back to black on it, but that stuff fades out and looks real chalky, so I was thinking about pulling all the plastic off of it and painting it eventually. So that's a project for another day, just because it just looks so, it looks chalky. It kind of looks bad when it's dried out. All right, you could tell the car is silver. The silver and black looks pretty good if you ask me. Of course, you don't buy this car because it looks good. You buy it because of fuel economy. But those wheels are the ones that I bought off TireRack.com. They, the Michelin tires that I had on it were absolutely horrible, and I thought I had a bent rim because the vibration was so bad. But so I ordered a set of rims that were really cheap, and they were on discount, or they were discounted, so that's why I went ahead and picked them up. And actually, they look pretty good. They've held up pretty good. They've been on there for, I want to say, 2 years now. Of course, they're little cheapos. Those General tires that I put on it, they are smooth as glass. I absolutely love them. I'm going to order another set when these wear out, which these are actually brand new. I got about 5,000 miles on them. There's some more of that plastic down the side that's been back to blacked, but it looks real chalky once it's dried out. So, like I said, I'm going to try to paint it. Walking around the back, there's nothing really exciting. It's all stock Rio, stock 2007 Rio. More back to black on the back bumper. So it really does look pretty bad when it's chalked out, you know, dried out and everything. Here it is in the shade. I love the silver because, well, I would say at the time when I bought this one, I had a silver F-150, so I had 2 silver vehicles, and I absolutely got tired of silver. But now that I got a white vehicle, the silver's not too bad now. Anyway, it doesn't show dirt as bad. That's why I can get away so long without actually washing it, and don't show scratches near as much. I forgot, let's see, I have the satellite radio antenna mounted up here by the little shark fin. No, it didn't come with factory satellite radio. That came, I think, the next model year. I have the wire ran all the way down through here and into the trunk. If you see, it does have a CB radio antenna on the back. Now, yes, that looks redneck, but when you do a lot of highway or interstate driving, that is the easiest way to find out what's going on. Those truckers, they know exactly what's going on when the traffic stopped on the interstate, and you can get off really quick. That thing has saved me so much time over the years. And this thing had a problem with just eating tag lights like crazy. It'd blow a tag light like every month or so. So I upgraded it to LED tag lights. Now they're super, super bright. They look kind of weird, but I haven't burned out a tag light in a year yet. So I think it was worth it. I'll try to post a picture of it at nighttime. There's another thing. For some reason from the factory, these bulbs right here, there's a slight little parking lights up here, and they had like white clear bulbs on it, which I thought was really weird looking because it just looked like white lights up there. So I changed them out to amber lights, which make it look like a parking light, which looks a lot better if you ask me. All in all, outside it's funny because when you have a vehicle, you don't really care about getting all the scratches and dings on it. Nobody ever hits it, but when you have something that's really nice and you don't want anybody to hit it, they seem to hit it. It has been rear-ended twice. They wasn't really hard impacts, but if you look down here at the bumper, if I zoom in, you could probably start see it got hit right there, and it got hit right there. One of them actually knocked me sideways. I said, "Oh crap! I done totaled this thing out," but I just let the drivers off. I told the last person that hit me was like, I wouldn't call the police on that, and I almost called the police to get an accident report just because, you know, if you hit somebody else's vehicle, you need to be saying, please, please, you know, I'm sorry, blah, blah, this, not. I wouldn't call the police on that. But anyway, that pretty much sums up the outside. I did hit a deer with it at the end of 2011 on the left side, and when I hit her, she put a huge dent right here. Took the mirror off, put a huge dent right here, a huge dent right here, and a dent back here. So this whole side, I believe, was repainted and the door skins were replaced. But it was like $3,500 worth of damage. Now, if that happened today, which I don't have full coverage on anymore, but if that would have happened today, probably would have been totaled. but like I said, actually the paintwork is holding up pretty good. It matches really good even after all these years. The paint's starting to flake on the door handle, which it did that before I hit the deer. It's just a Kia thing. It's just that plastic. This one's doing it too a little bit. Just painted plastic. There's not much you can do about that. And it don't bother me, honestly. Alright, moving on the inside. This is where some of the wear and tear is starting to show. I don't know how much you can pick up on the camera. You know, just typical stuff where it's starting to, you know, just stuff starting to get scuffed up. The floor mats are starting to get dirty. I mean, I vacuumed it out and everything. The seat is actually holding up pretty good. This was actually done by the Kia dealership when I got the timing belt replaced on the first time, which, I mean, that never really grew, and I didn't even take it back to them, which I should have. The seat's actually holding up really good. It's still relatively comfortable considering I'm not a small guy, so getting in and out. As far as the dash and everything, I mean, no problems there, no problems at all. I haven't broke, no plastics broke or anything. You know, I figured, you know, it'd be creaking and rattling, and honestly, it's actually a pretty solid car considering what it is. Now, you know, I'm not comparing it to a Lexus or anything, but for what it is, it's actually holding up really good. Of course, it has manual windows, manual locks, manual everything, manual transmission. Got some junk over there. These seats really don't ever get used. If you got 4 people in here, it takes you a while to get up to speed, if you know what I mean. Package tray, everything looks good. These seats do fold down. You just pull up on that knob right there. That's like pop the trunk, even though it's full of junk. Down here is your trunk and your fuel door right here. See, that just goes to show how I need to actually get down and clean it. Look at the inside of that fuel door. Trunk's full of junk, so I apologize. But that's what happens when you use a car. Same right rear, same thing, just junk in the floor, but the door panel, it never really gets used. The window tint's holding up pretty good. Passenger side gets used quite a bit, and the only thing that makes this car hard to take on a trip is there's no passenger side armrest. I don't know, I mean, it can't cost too much more to put an armrest there, but anyway, what you find out is the driver's side, you and the passenger wind up fighting over it, but because I'm the driver most of the time, I always win because I'm driving. But anyway, that's like a minor detail. It's kind of what you expect in this, you know, class of vehicle. I have my CB radio mounted down there. I'll go over that in a second. All right, getting in. Whew, it's hot today, so I apologize. The gauges, everything, the light is for the door to be open. All right, we're gonna fire this thing up because it's really hot. Put it in neutral. All right, let's go over the interior. You got the turn signals, of course, everything works, headlights. Different switches over there, doesn't have fog lights, got a little cubby hole over here for stuff. No cruise control, which there's a kit you can buy, I believe, that would, you can add cruise control pretty easy. Just showed you that, oh well. My insurance card, got some paperwork over there. Never replaced any of the lights on the inside of the car at all. Standard AM FM CD player right there, hazards, rear defrost, got some. This is pretty neat though. I mean, it's some of the little stuff that's actually pretty neat. It has the little business card holder, and if you look, it does have the little clips for your insurance card up there. Sorry if you can't hear, I'll turn the air conditioner down. Air conditioner works great in it. Let me shut this door. That's another thing about a Kia. You gotta watch out for the dinger. That gets on everybody's nerves apparently. Down here, this is just wires. I have my satellite radio hooked up. So, and the CB radio right here, which I doubt anybody's talking on it right now. Nope, must not be. It's a 5-speed manual with reverses over here. Got 3 cup holders right here, and then emergency brake. The armrest, like I was talking about earlier. My GPS over there. The glove box. What do we got? Allergy medicine? I forgot that was in there. Pretty decent size. I've driven Fords all my life, and they have really, really tiny glove boxes, so that was actually a surprise. Of course, you got the back seat. The CB antenna really doesn't affect your vision at all. Alright, let's pop the hood on this thing. You have 1.6 liters of pure power right here. And I say that with sarcasm. Sorry for the camera work. Now, I do not, this is a daily driver, so I do not detail the engine. This is 120,000 miles worth of just dirt. That ticking you here is actually the purge valve. It's pretty common on these. I'm going to get around to replacing it one day. It's more of a nuisance than anything. It doesn't affect anything. It just kind of ticks. So, but anyway, here she is. I put a battery in it last year because the battery went dead. It got 115,000 miles out of the original battery, which is pretty good if you ask me. Just change the oil in it. Of course, on all my vehicles, YouTube country, if you ever get one that's written on there like that, I always put how many quarts, the weight of oil, the oil filter part number, and the size of the oil pan bolt or oil pan drain plug. So I always put those on mine. Of course, that it's hard to find this one. I've been putting a Motorcraft filter on it, so I've been going with the Napa Gold, which is made by Wix, so it's not too bad. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's 120,000 miles. I'll make another video. Everybody asks me, you know, why I drive this thing around. And honestly, I'm not going to get rid of this thing. I'm going to drive this thing until the wheels fall off of it, and I might put the wheels back on it. Keep on riding. Of course, the cooling fans and everything still work. The air conditioning's running. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll try to make an update video on all my other stuff too, since it's been a while. And as I said before, thank you for watching.